In what's quickly becoming one of the most intriguing stories of the year, at the beginning of the week, the US Department of State named none other than Andrew WK as a brand new ambassador of culture. Only a few days later, after announcing his intent to visit the country of Bahrain in his new official capacity, the government withdrew his title and their offer to send him there for free because apparently suddenly, the rocker didn't meet their standards. However, yesterday, officials from Bahrain offered to bring Andrew WK there anyway, and apparently the details are being worked out now. I've said it before, if you want to build a world around peace and prosperity, build it around people who love music. This week also brought a number of odd events during the Rolling Stones' long-awaited show at London's O2 Arena. Celebrating the 50th anniversary of the band, guest artists like Mary J. Blige and Jeff Beck joined the band on stage, but the moment of the night might be when Mick Jagger joked, "How's everyone in the cheap seats?" The problem is, those seats aren't so cheap. The seats in question cost nearly $115 a piece, and maybe someone needs to remind Mick that he, his band, and their management had a lot to do with the price being that high. The band was also fined more than $200,000 that evening for playing more than 30 minutes beyond curfew, which could have been easily avoided had they not been nearly an hour late in taking the stage at the start of the show. But for those who are wondering, the show, I've been told, was absolutely amazing. Also this week, Nick Cave announced that there will be a brand new record from the Bad Seeds coming this February. Titled Push the Sky Away, the band posted a 5-minute video on their website showing them playing in the studio. And for anybody who loves music, this is the best news in weeks. Turning to someone whose 15 minutes of fame are thankfully coming to an end, Nicki Minaj has decided to blame retailers for the absolute flop of her recent release, and not the fact that it's a re-release of the album she put out only 2 years ago. Apparently, she's blaming it on the fact that Target and Walmart have declined to carry this new old album in their stores, because it can't have anything to do with the extreme lack of quality on the disc. And in more amusement on this one, the singer snubbed her own release party, because apparently the club where it was going to be held wasn't able to let all 30 members of her boyfriend's entourage into the show. Nothing like watching a flash in the pan be extinguished. Finally, in some hopeful but amusing news, the lawsuit against Madonna that I mentioned the other week has apparently been thrown out. The singer was being sued in a St. Petersburg, Russia court after she promoted gay rights during one of her shows there last March. And after only a few days of the trial, the judge dismissed the case. It was widely reported that a number of times during the short trial, the judge in question had to threaten to remove journalists a number of times if they didn't stop laughing at the proceedings, as the plaintiffs used evidence like articles from Wikipedia and other hilarious attempts to justify their ignorant stance. Chalk one up for sanity and the progress of the human race. So that's the news for this week. Be sure to check back here every single Friday so you're always the first to know, and be here every day for all the music news, reviews, and knowledge you'll ever need.